Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever the time of the day is where you are right now. This is Security Officer Reacts, and today we are reacting to DJE Media. I order you to delete the footage now. Looks like it's going to be one of those, doesn't it? Right, let's get into the video, shall we?
Welcome back everyone to another video. So we're here today looking at National Trust again, testing their drone policy out, seeing if they respect our right to fly over their land. And this today is called the Verne. National Trust the Verne Summer House. We are not far from Basingstoke. We're just north of Basingstoke, on the way to Reading, in a little place called Bramley. Sherborne, in between Sherborne, St John and Bramley, on Verne Road. And then the mansion's further up. Hello. About to make your day a bit awkward, sorry.
Okay.
I've got a drone in the bag.
Okay.
And I'm going to fly my drone over the mansion.
Okay, let me just grab my colleague.
Yeah, sure.
Nick.
Go in.
Okay, well, like I said, I'm just asking my colleague.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Right, come on. Oh, you're right there.
Hello, mate. You right?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, good.
Good. We don't allow any drones on property, I'm afraid.
It won't be on the property. I'm going to fly over the property. That's all right.
Yeah, we'd rather you not.
Why?
Just because we don't want anything going over the top of the mansion. If that's okay.
Any reason, or?
Yeah, just because we'd rather not.
I mean, I'm willing to listen to a reasonable reason. That it's not really.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to be nosy. I want to make a video about the mansion today and the lake, to be fair.
Okay, I understand that.
So that's my reasoning.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make some money from that. I'm going to put it on the internet probably.
Okay.
Make some money from that. That's my reason.
Yeah.
Your reason is just don't want me to.
Yes. Yeah. So we don't allow, if you check our terms and conditions online, we don't allow anyone coming to do photography if they're going to profit from that. So you can have a look online for that information.
But I won't be on your land. I do plan, to be fair, to go back out. But obviously the drone will go in. Kind of
Well,
thing.
just bear with me. I'll chase it up with the duty manager.
Yeah.
That's where it's got you. If you're inside the property and all the rest of it, and they don't want you filming, fair enough. But he's outside and he's flying over with a drone. He's not on your land. He's over it, and you don't own the land. Sorry, you don't own the airspace. And your terms and conditions don't apply when it comes to drones. And unless you've got a flight restriction over your site, which to be fair you probably don't, because most places can't get a flight restriction apart from prisons and airports. At the end of the day, if everybody decided they don't want a drone flying over their building and they ended up getting a flight restriction, we wouldn't be able to have any planes, we wouldn't be able to have any helicopters flying anywhere. That's why you can't do it. It doesn't matter how much money you've got, it doesn't matter how rich you are, you can't get a flight restriction over your building. I mean, there are probably some extremely rare cases where you probably could, but that would more than likely be a temporary restriction, very temporary, and it would probably cost an absolute fortune, but not permanently. You've got no say over the drones that fly over your property.
Yeah, cool. No problem, mate. Thanks. I thought it'd be not allowed.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite strict. National Trust.
Well, you know, it's our property, things like that. We've got to make sure that
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah. Ooh, so it's growing here. £2 on the apples. Ah. Yeah, I've just never seen it before, so I wanted to just have a look.
Yeah, we were a bit low on them today, so we had a lot come through, but they sell out really quickly.
Do they?
So, yeah. No,
Do they taste any better being £2 or are they fresh?
Yeah, they're grown right here, so they're
Right.
perfect.
Yeah, nice. Cool.
Yeah, they're grown here and not in the farmer's field, so they taste better. That's why they're more expensive. Apples are apples no matter where they're grown.
I heard a military helicopter. Do you get that a lot?
Yeah, we do sometimes. I think we're quite close to a base.
Ah, I still hear it. You hear it?
Yeah.
Now
yeah,
they
you do
would
hear
have a
them
flight
next door
restriction.
coming over.
I'm just wondering whether that ever goes over the house.
I know they always go over that.
Do
way
they?
that I've seen, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's not a lot we can do about it.
Okay.
Not a lot you can do about it. What, stopping him from filming it because he can do that anyway? So he is right. There's not a lot you can do about it because if he was to film, he can, and there is not a lot you can do about it. But I guarantee you that's not what he means.
Yeah. Are you filming now?
That's one.
Can I ask you not to?
Why?
Because I'd rather not be recorded.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you turn it off?
It's a bit personal, that, isn't it? Oh. Do you get that a lot? The military flying over. Tried to film it earlier.
Stop recording, please.
Just going to film that helicopter quickly. Do you mind?
Just carries on doing it.
I tried to get it earlier. Gonna be too late now, I think. Quite low, isn't it?
Just disregards. Can you turn it off? Can you stop filming? Just carries on. Just changes the
Do you always get them
subject.
flying over like that?
Love it.
Or it's very low. Sorry to interrupt, mate. I just before you came out, that was over there. I couldn't see it, and I was trying to film it, and then just literally missed it.
So
Crack on, sorry. Crack on.
Is that what you're saying?
Why though? I'm not here to film you. I'm going to do my drone. Right this second, yeah. But
Yeah, so that's not in the air. So you don't need to film me or my staff.
I don't see the issue, mate. I'll put this away for a second because I'm not going to take off here anyway.
Okay.
Carry
I'm
on.
not saying if there is or isn't an issue. I'm saying, can you stop recording, please?
But if I politely say no, I'd like to carry on recording. Is that a problem?
Well, it's a problem with me because I asked you not to. But there's not a lot I can do about that, is there?
There you go then. You've answered your own question, haven't you? I've asked you not to, but if you're not going to, there's not a lot I can do about it. You've answered your own question. You politely asked, and he's politely declined. That's where you're at. If you don't want to be on the camera, go back inside.
I just feel like I've came in to let you know about this.
And we said we'd rather you not.
I'm literally going to
And
go.
you said you're going to do it anyway.
I'm literally going to go back out and do that.
Yeah.
But then you've brought the camera up, the body cam.
But you're walking around recording.
I'm not recording you, am I?
Yeah.
Okay, technically, no, but I'm
Well,
not.
there we go, and I've asked you to stop.
I'm not walking around recording you.
Well, you are, and I've asked you to stop.
Okay, well, I don't like the colour of that fleece.
Okay.
Can you take it off?
No, because it's my uniform.
Right. It's personal, isn't it?
I'm contracted.
It's your choice.
I'm contracted to wear it. It's not.
I'm contracted to record my day.
That's the thing, you're contracted to wear it because you work for the company. He's a member of the public. He's not contracted to stop recording because you ask him to, because your terms and conditions are for yourselves who work there and the people that go onto your site. But from the outside of the site, those terms and conditions and guidelines do not apply to the member of the public. Isn't that fun how that works?
Well, you're contracted to record me without my permission.
Yes,
Can I see the paperwork on that?
it's me.
No. So you.
I've given myself a contract for today to film my places. One of them's here. Whatever happens, happens. You're part of my video now.
Okay.
That's it.
I've asked not to.
If I turn it off, you know, it's no video, right?
Okay. I've asked not to be.
That helicopter was far more interesting.
Okay. I've asked not.
I'd much rather have filmed that.
I've asked you not to record me on my staff.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm going to politely decline that request. I'm not here to record your stuff, but
Okay. But
I'm not
you
gonna-
are recorded.
I'm recording.
Yeah. I've asked you not to record the mansion.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I want to do today. Let's focus on that.
Well, you're going to do that anyway.
I am going to do that anyway.
I've asked you not to.
Okay. That's it. Cool.
Okay.
Straight over, and the lake's there as well, I believe. That's the two things I want to film today. So,
Okay.
are they far away from here, or
They're on the property. You're welcome to.
so I can judge where to go to take off?
You can pay to come in today. Do you remember?
No.
Okay.
But if I pay to come in, I'm not. You're still not going to give me permission to take off the land, are you?
No.
From the land. So it's pointless paying to come in. If you will, I'll go up there. I'll take off up there with your permission.
No,
You're not going to do
you don't
that.
have permission.
So I'll have to go back out on the.
And just so you know, it's not my permission. It's the trust's permission.
Right.
Yeah. I speak on behalf of the trust.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate.
I'm saying for the property,
Yeah.
we don't allow it. Okay?
Right.
I can't make one rule for one and one for another, because if everyone knew that they could come here and fly.
Well, when it comes to drones, it's not a case of make one rule for one and one for somebody else. Fact is, if someone wants to film a flyover in a drone, they can. Obviously, if they do it from the outside, then there's no problems. Now, if they do it from the inside and you said no, that's different because they're on your property at the time, and you can ask them to stop. But he's doing it from the outside.
Drone, they never will be doing it.
That's why I'm here.
So we have to protect the property.
Yeah. So I'm here to promote the rights that drone flyers have. So when the video goes onto the internet, people watch it hopefully and learn that they can come here, they can fly the drone over for free, they can get the footage they want. Some people might think they can't, or they'll come here, ask you, you say no, they walk off, they don't do it, you know.
I understand what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
I understand, you know, you want to fly your drone, you want to get some good shots.
Exactly.
But we have property to look after and the grounds to look after.
Yeah.
There's something, you know, there's things on the property with stained glass windows, for example.
Right.
They're very precious.
Yep.
And if anything happens to that drone and it goes into the windows, you know, you might be good at flying a drone, but not everyone is.
I don't think it would break a window, to be honest.
Old windows.
Oh, what, sorry? Old?
Old windows, yeah.
Right.
So there's a lot of very delicate things on the house, you know, there's things on the roof.
Thank you.
Yeah, so there's things that we have to look after with the property. That's why we are.
Yeah.
Also, we've got...
I mean, I do get his point. I do understand his point. Now, if they turned up with one of the big drones, you know, the ones that they use for filmmaking, or one of the really massive ones, one of the heavy ones, exactly, that would be justifiable, because at the end of the day, those drones, if they come down with a wallop, and they can cause damage. They probably can cause injury, or even potentially death. But a drone that's under 250 grams, no. That's why they've been categorised in that way, because the drones that weigh so little are not going to cause any damage, and probably no injury at all. If they do cause injury because they fall out of the sky, it's not going to hurt because it's not heavy enough to cause any damage. And that's why drones have different categories based on size and weight.
But there's a lot.
Anywhere to avoid wildlife-wise, or
Anywhere on the grounds if you could.
yeah, but you know I'm gonna.
But you know I'm going to say
Let's
this
work
as well.
together, right?
I am working. I'm contracted to do my job.
You're saying a flat no.
Because that's where we're standing here. You know, at the Vine, we're not allowed to fly drones.
Vine, is that how you pronounce it?
The Vine, yeah.
Right, it says Vern on the way up. Got it wrong. What I'm trying to say is, if I go over fly over now, you know I'm going to do it. If you said to me, over that corner we've got whatever, try and be careful of that. You know, then you've told me that, and I can take care of that. If you just say no, then
yeah,
it's not helpful.
At the moment, it's no. There is another way of approaching it. You know, I mean, you could have emailed us and said, "This is what I want to do." At some point, is it possible to come down and have a conversation with someone to do this? You haven't approached it like that. You've turned up on the day.
Things take time, don't they?
Confrontational, and you're recording me.
I haven't been confrontational.
And I've asked you not to.
Yeah.
So can you see? You're saying it comes two ways.
I haven't been confrontational.
You're saying it's got to be two ways, and I'm saying you've come here expecting to do it on the day.
Yes.
And you said you're going to do it anyway.
I've came in to
I said if you wanted, if you wanted to approach us and say, look, is it possible to fly a drone? I'm making a video on this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to promote this. It could work. Promoting the Vine as well. Maybe there's a conversation that could.
So I'm trying to fly a drone today, and I can promote the Vine at the same time. Should we go that route?
Well, you can say that to me, but
You've just said.
but I can't answer that question for you.
Right.
If you emailed in, they put you in contact with the person that can. Yeah, I can't make that decision.
But you said I've been confrontational. I haven't, have I? You've came out and said turn the camera off. That's a little bit confrontational.
I didn't say that. I said, can you turn the camera off? I said, are you recording me? Can you turn the camera off? That's
Okay, you made a request, but it was quite a bit of a.
Said no.
It was quite demanding, I think.
Yeah, you're recording me in my workplace. I'm contracted to do my job.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So
my job is to record you.
But it's a little bit unfair of you to come out and record me. You know, having a conversation with you for the job that I have to do.
Right.
Do you not agree?
You're in a frontline position, as is your colleague.
Yeah. So
I would expect you to expect that in the front row position, like a security guard or something like that, on a gatehouse, they may well be
We're
recorded.
not security, we're visitor welcome. So we're trying to welcome people to the site.
I'm sure your role
we're trying
doesn't.
to gain support from the National Trust. Support from the National Trust is, the National Trust is a charity. Support is a donation or an admission fee, or spend some money in our shop or our cafe, or if you're working with us, then maybe.
You got a coffee shop?
We have.
Right, where is it?
It's at the top near the mansion.
So I'm happy to buy coffee, mate.
You've got to pay for entry. That's the way the National Trust is. It's not.
And how much is entry? 15, 20 quid?
£15.
£15. So basically, I'd pay £15 to walk up, grab a coffee, and come back.
If that's what you want to do. If you want to visit the mansion, then it'll be different. You know, you can go for a walk around the mansion. You can have a walk around the gardens. You can see everything that you want to see on video in person.
I could do both. I could go round and do the drone.
And also, you'll know that you're supported in the National Trust. The place that you're trying to send a drone out
Yep.
to appreciate, yeah, you're doing that. You're putting it on the internet. If people don't support the National Trust and give funding to the National Trust, then how do you expect it to be here for the next generation and the generation after that?
He's smart, I like him. And I agree, I do agree with what he's saying as well. You know, it's a charity, it needs funding. And he's literally saying, yeah, if you want to film our site, that's all well and good, but if you want to support the site, come in and pay. I mean, me personally, I would pay to go in, walk around, do all the filming on foot, come out and then fly the drone up. But that's just me.
You're trying to take everything for free and earn the money yourself.
Yep, that's right.
Without supporting the Trust 1p.
Are you saying that National Trust hasn't got a lot of money?
That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying that these places have
It does put a good argument, I will say that.
About 300 grand a year.
I don't know her wage.
Which is more than probably you, so you should maybe put it to them and say, pay us more.
The National Trust has been trusted with these properties to look after for years to come. Yeah?
Yep.
We need support to make that happen. Yeah, no matter what, no matter how much the Trust does or doesn't have.
That's why the apples cost
these places
£2.
are expensive to look after. You know the cost of, you know, materials and skilled labour.
So if 50,000 people watch my video, and 0.5% of those people happen to pay a visit, it's quite a lot of people.
It is. Yeah.
So the video could bring in people.
It could.
Because it will be beautiful.
Yeah.
You know.
But what I'm saying is, you know, I'm not denying. Yeah. But I'm saying, you know, we all have jobs to do here.
Guess that's a good counter argument.
Yeah, of course. What's your role?
I'm visitor welcome, so I'm welcome manager. So I manage the team down here that welcome the visitors, and we grow support for the trust. So that could be donations, that could be fundraising, that could be membership, that could be admission fees. Yeah. So our job is to welcome people and
welcome me then.
I did welcome you. I've been welcoming you.
You said not allowed.
No, I said you're not allowed to fly the drone. I didn't say you're not allowed. I welcomed you in quite a
You know what I mean. I've said to you I'm going to do it.
I've also asked you to not record. You just still do it. Yeah?
Because this is an interesting conversation which if people watch it, after what you've said, people may well come down to support you based on what you've said.
I've had a lot of interesting conversations today. I don't record them.
Maybe you should.
No, I shouldn't.
Maybe you
Do
should.
you not think that takes something away from it?
Depends what the conversation's about. You've essentially just advertised this place without knowing it.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
And I'm not going to come back here, probably, but another person watching my video may well, based on what you've said, based on the drone footage. They might go, oh, I'm local to there, didn't really know what it looked like. Now I can see it's amazing. I'd love to go in there. 15 quid, have a coffee. They'll come down with their family. Who knows, right?
Who knows?
You've been...
But that's not what we're trying to do. Okay, I've asked you to not record.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Or my team. Myself or my team. Yeah?
Do you not see it as an opportunity to advertise, in a way?
It doesn't really matter how I see it. The point is we don't allow...
Oh, don't you want the money? You're just saying about how you need the money to keep the National Trust going to for generations to come, but we don't want to advertise it. Now, I know what he means. I mean, if they wanted to advertise it, they'd probably get their own media team in to do it, and to do it the way they wanted to do it, not somebody off of the street. But either way, any advertisement is good advertisement.
Yeah. Like I said to you before, if you wanted to start that discussion, I'm sure there's someone that you can email to start that discussion with.
Things take time.
They do take
I
time.
like to go from, you know, here to the next place.
Yeah.
I'm going somewhere else after.
Okay, I understand that. I understand that you know.
Get five, you know.
You've got to earn a living.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also you've got to respect everyone else's living as well, including mine.
That's cool. Yeah, I appreciate that.
And then, you know, by me saying, can you stop recording, you know, you're not respecting that.
But then if I respected that, I'm then not going to earn my living based on what you want.
Me asking you not to record me.
If I turn the camera off when you told me to, I've just missed the last 20 minutes of, well, 15 minutes of talking.
Yeah.
So my video wouldn't be as interesting. It will get less views, less revenue, right? Right. So then I earn less money, right, from that.
Yeah.
People would say, why'd you turn it off for?
Because
For
I've asked
example,
you to.
yep.
That's it.
If I did that on every time, I wouldn't have a video. You know, a lot of people say, don't film me.
Yeah.
Or I'd rather not be filmed.
And
It's normal, isn't it?
I've been polite about it.
You have been polite about it.
I've had a conversation with you.
Yeah?
You know, I've told you.
I've got no issue with how you've been.
Yeah. So I'm asking, can you turn the camera?
It's a bit late now, innit? I've got my
No,
interaction.
I asked you the whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That includes deleting what you've already recorded.
Deleting?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unreal.
Can't do that. Nobody can ask you to delete footage. Not even the police can ask you to delete footage. You know, if you're in a public place, no. Can't do that.
Reasonable, mate, that is.
It's not. I'm asking you to delete the conversation that we've just had. Yeah, because
That's extreme.
it's not extreme. I've got a job to do.
Are you happy to reimburse me for the time I've spent then, if I delete it?
No.
So I missed out. I missed out on the time. I haven't got the video. So I'm not going to earn any money from the video because it's going to be deleted, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and then I'm not going to get reimbursed for it, so flipping out, I'm dropping everything. So I'm not going to earn any money. But you're still being paid.
It's because I'm still doing my job.
Yeah, but I'm still doing my job.
If you're not being paid from it, then I'm assuming you're self-employed. You know that's part of it. Okay? I'm employed by the National Trust to do my job.
Yeah, yeah.
My job here is to have the conversation with visitors and supporters.
Yes.
Yeah. I've had the conversation with you.
You have?
Said we'd rather you not fly the drone. I've asked you to not record me.
I'm here for the drone. That's the main part.
Okay. But, you know, I can't change that. Yeah? I've said...
You came out there and said we can't stop you. That's a good response, to be fair. You haven't come out and said you can't do it.
Yeah. Can't, you know, if you're going to do it, we can't stop you. I said we'd rather you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have said, can you stop recording?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
can you delete the conversation we've had?
So he's in a kind of a losing situation, really, because he said, we've asked you to stop recording, you haven't. We've asked you not to send your drone up, but you're going to, but there's nothing we can do about it. It seems, for him, he's in a futile position, in a sense. All he can do is be polite and say, we'd rather you not, but that's all he can do. He's voiced his opinions. He's voiced where he stands on behalf of the company. But that's as far as it can go. I mean, he could try and call the police, because sometimes they do that. But even the police aren't really going to do anything if they know the laws about the drones and that. Some police don't always necessarily know the laws, and they will kind of side with the company and say, no, he's asked you not to, you need to stop doing it. But one thing I do know is our force that's local to us, they have been briefed on drones, drone laws, drone sizes, categories, all that sort of thing. So they are pretty much clued up on drones. So our force are probably just going to be like, no, he's filming in public. His drone's the right size. But again, can't speak for all the different counties. Not all the police have those kind of briefings. And this is over 6 months old, this video. So again, not up to date, but there we go.
I think the second one's a little bit unreasonable.
Yeah, it's not.
You asked me to basically hand my money back. If I leave here and I've got £400 on a video, let's say 400
I'm
quid.
asking you to
If I
not record, because
delete that.
Actually, when you turned up, you should have said you recorded in the first place, which you didn't.
What?
No, only police are supposed to do that. Because police are bound by policy. Member of the public is not.
Why would I say that?
Because you're recording.
But I don't understand. The cameras are in here. I mean, I haven't been told you recorded me, probably.
Yeah, but there's cameras in here. All the cameras in here will tell people that we record.
I haven't seen a sign saying we're recorded.
You're not being recorded right now.
Right.
Okay?
What about when I came in?
You're not recorded.
There's no cameras here. Fair enough. If there were. If there were, I don't have a right to say delete that. That's your footage. National Trust, right? Footage.
But it's also the National Trust land.
Right.
So they can record on their own land.
I know, and that's why when he's standing out on the public to film it, he's out in public. Drone might be going over, but it's not on your land, it's over your land.
Okay.
Okay?
I can record in anywhere it's publicly open.
This is a packed area.
You know what I mean? I'm here now. I haven't crossed the barrier or climbed the fence, right? I mean, it's
You're on the
open.
National Trust land. This is a pay for entry property.
It is.
Yeah?
Past here though, right?
No. Actually, past that building there.
Which building? That one?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you should have your
That's where it was?
Gate tester.
Okay. So I've said to you, can you stop recording and can you delete that recording?
I can't delete it, I'm afraid, mate. I'll lose the money. And I need the money, you know. I've got bills to pay, I've got my car to run.
Do you not think I have?
But you're being paid right now.
Yeah, you're getting paid regardless.
Yeah,
so
maybe this recording affects my position.
You've behaved professionally, it's not going to affect your position, is it? You're not going to get sacked.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
If you'd have kicked off, then I could understand you thinking that.
That's not what I'm saying. I've just asked if you can stop recording.
How would it affect your... Go on, what do you mean? I don't know what you mean.
You know? I don't know. I don't know what kind of video you're going to put out. I don't know.
It will just be...
I don't know how you're going to edit it. I don't know, do I?
It won't be edited.
This is what I'm saying. Can you delete the recording and can you not record the staff here, please?
Okay, I'm not here to record the stuff, mate. We're going around in circles.
I know.
I'm getting a little bit bored of it.
I know
I'm trying to get my drone up.
I know. I know you're saying you're not here to record. You are recording.
I am recording now, but the longer that you engage, the longer that the video is going to be about you. And I don't want it to be about you. I want it to be about drone footage. You know?
Okay.
You see my point?
Yeah.
The sooner you go back in, the sooner I'll go.
I understand.
And then it's finished.
You know, but I've also asked you not to. So that's fine. You're going to do what you're going to do.
It won't be edited. It'll be me walking in, me walking up here, the whole conversation, me walking off. I might cut that bit out when I walk back, and then I'll start it again when I take the drone up. That's it, mate.
I've asked you not to record. That's all I can do, isn't it?
The video is to see how National Trust deal with people flying drones.
Okay.
So you've come out and you've dealt with it your way.
Okay.
And compared to other places, it's really not a bad response you've had at all. You haven't kicked off. You haven't rang the police.
Okay.
You haven't started demanding that I can't fly it. So you haven't behaved at all badly.
You know, I've given you our opinion.
Yeah.
And what I want to see. And I've also asked you not to record.
But you know that part where you came out and spoke to me about the drone is part of it's part of it. It's key.
Okay.
Because I've had all sorts happen at different places I've visited.
Okay.
Good, bad, boring. You know, so you've dealt with it how you've been taught to. I don't think you've dealt with it badly at all.
Okay, I'm not
myself.
You know, I don't think so either.
No.
But
you're not going to call the police, are you? Just so I know.
No.
Okay.
You know,
good.
I don't think I can call the police on this. Not that I know of.
I'd agree.
But
it doesn't stop people though.
Well, that's it. You know, it's not easy to see someone that's flying a drone, is it?
It's not what, sorry?
It's not easy to see someone that's flying a drone.
What do you mean, see someone?
It's easy enough to see where the drone is, but not the person that's flying.
I'll tell you where I'll be on public land.
Okay.
Literally the car park or just after the car park, I'll be there.
Okay, I've given you our opinion on it. I've given you my opinion and my request.
Yeah. Can I have a tour?
When?
Free of charge or no?
We can't do free of charge.
What's going on?
Oh. This is the thing.
No, but it will promote you because you can show me all the features you've got.
That's what the influencers do, isn't it? All the influencers on Instagram. You know, we want you to give you our products for free, so we can promote it. I mean, I know he doesn't want to go in. He's not bothered. He's just trying to see what mate he's going to say. But we all know that he's going to say no. Because how does the National Trust get his money?
Yeah.
And I'll go and put it on YouTube, and then people will watch it and go, "Oh wow, that's amazing."
But this is a conversation I'm sure anyone would understand, not just telling. Yeah.
I'm here now.
I know you're here now.
Seize the opportunity.
We can't give special treatment to people because we're here. You know, the National Trust say they're for everyone forever. You know, so we've got to look after everyone. We've got to treat everyone with respect. You know, when people come, we'll give them what we can and help them out where we can.
But then why should this branch of National Trust? Why should you guys get a guy turning up and promoting your thing for free? Because that's what I'm doing, right? I'm going to put this video out to 50,000, maybe more, 100,000 people potentially, right? It'll go on TikTok, Facebook, X. Probably like 200,000 people collectively will view the video over the month, right? Why should I do that for free for you guys? I'm here, but I'm doing that.
Yeah, National Trust does it.
So embrace.
They do. They have their marketing strategies.
Yeah.
It's not my area.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying reverse it.
They have that, but it would be something that you would have to have a conversation with them. Yeah.
You're here now, though.
I know. And I'm not the decision maker.
I'm not expecting you to take me around for free, but I've got to ask, mate.
I'm not the decision maker.
You could say, do you know what? Come on, let's have a quick walk around.
Well, I could.
And then you could explain it later and say, well, I thought.
I could. But I've also got a job to do. I've got to be down here. You know, we've got two members of staff.
Okay. Just you two? Damn.
At the moment.
Wow.
You know?
Fair enough.
It's not going to be good if I leave my colleague alone, is it?
Probably not, no. No.
There are other people inside.
She's going to get overwhelmed with people. She's not going to handle it on her own. Throughout this video, I've probably seen no more than 30 people walk past. I don't think she's going to get snowed under on her own and not be able to cope.
Obviously.
Right.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right, I'm going to go out there, fly my drone. I'll be gone, mate.
Okay.
Thanks for your time.
Have a good day.
Take care, bye.
And there you go. DJE Media goes to the National Trust and has a very long, boring conversation with somebody that doesn't want to be filmed. There you go. That's what that one. It did look like there was some really nice footage there, so if you want to see the full video, the link is down in the description. Go give him a like, go give him a subscribe, and if you want to see all the footage that's there, it should be there. We're not about that, we are about the interactions. And yeah, that guy, he was pretty decent, I would say. Yep, didn't raise his voice, he wasn't demanding, he was asking, and he had the National Trust's interests at heart, you know, trying to look after it, trying to do the managerial thing. Yeah, he was pretty decent. He was. I would say that for somebody that doesn't probably doesn't get to deal with auditors very often or understand the point of auditors. He's probably never had that before, but he handled it pretty well. He's probably one of those guys that's probably nice to work for as well, you know. But there you go. That is the video. Go give him a like, go give him a subscribe, and please do the same to me, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.
Security officer.